Greetings to everyone. This is your host Ash Khan and you are watching Consumer Pakistan News Channel. In today's bulletin, WhatsApp clarification to its users about the new privacy policy. On Tuesday, WhatsApp reassured its 2 billion users that their personal messages to friends and family will remain private after an update in its term of service came under intense scrutiny from users across the world. The WhatsApp's new privacy terms reserve the right to share user data, including location and phone number, with its parent Facebook Incorporation and units such as Instagram and Messenger. Privacy advocates have questioned the move, citing Facebook's track record in handling user data, with many suggesting users to migrate to platforms such as Telegram and Signal. In a statement by WhatsApp, it was stated that the new privacy policy will not affect the security of everyday conversations. We want to be clear that the policy update does not affect the privacy of your messages with friends or family in any way, the company said. Instead, this update includes changes related to messaging a business on WhatsApp, which is optional and provides further transparency about how we collect and use data. WhatsApp said despite the update, neither it nor Facebook could read users' messages or hear their calls with friends, family, or co-workers. WhatsApp stated that it did not share users' contact lists in their phones with Facebook. Groups also remain private, according to the company. For additional privacy, WhatsApp said users could choose to set their messages to disappear from chats after sending them. Explaining its new terms, WhatsApp said messaging with businesses was different than messaging with your family or friends. We are giving businesses the option to use secure hosting services from Facebook to manage WhatsApp chats with their customers, answer questions, and send helpful information like purchase receipt. But whether you communicate with a business by phone, email, or WhatsApp, it can see what you are saying and may use that information for its own marketing purposes, which may include advertising on Facebook. To make sure you are informed, we clearly label conversation with businesses that are choosing to use hosting services from Facebook, it added. 250 million cubic feet per day gas shortfall for SSGC. It has been informed by Saeed Larik, ADMD, UFG SSGC, that the Swiss Southern Gas Company is facing a gas shortfall of over 250 mmCFD. The shortfall is coming from the fact that the company is currently being provided 1000 mmCFD indigenous gas, while its constrained demand is around 1250 mmCFD. He said this while explaining the natural gas load management plan that the company is implementing during the current winter season. The gap between demand and supply defines a sectoral priority set by the federal government with some specific directives from the Cabinet Committee on Energy. Larik informed that after the federal cabinet decided to limit gas supply to captive units of the non-export general industry from mid-December 2020, the supply situation improved. But the severe winter spell in Sindh and Balochistan replaced pressure on SSGC, which deteriorated the supply situation once again, further adding that the rapid depletion of natural resources in recent years has contributed to a shortfall of 200 to 250 mmCFD gas, especially since the domestic demand and sales see an increase of 50% every year. Heritage buildings to be restored by Sindh government in Karachi. Manzoor Ahmed, the Director General, Antiques and Archaeology, has constituted a committee for the restoration of the heritage buildings along Buns Road in Karachi that had been painted in bright colors. Syed Sardar Shah, Sindh's Minister for Culture, Tourism and Antiques, has taken notice of the renovation of the buildings and has directed the committee to restore the old facade of the historic food street and submit a report on the matter. According to Sindh Minister of Culture, that the process to decolor the heritage buildings has started and that all buildings will be repainted soon. Last year in December, the provincial government had formed a committee for the renovation of the food street on Burns Road to clean and beautify it in a timely manner. The renovation entailed clearing away garbage, installing standard-sized furniture and signboards, painting the buildings and ensuring a traffic-free street in the evening. Strict COVID-19 SOPs to be implemented by CAA. It has been directed by the Civil Aviation Authority that all airport managers to strictly implement the COVID-19 standard operating procedures at all the airports across Pakistan. The airport managers are personally supervising the implementation, as a result of which a number of passengers were denied entry into the airports over violations. The CAA has also directed all the airlines to comply with the SOPs to ensure that their staff wear face masks and avoid handshakes, and to warn about strict action against non-compliance. In the regard of second wave of pandemic, the CAA has updated its COVID-19 advisory on 5th January. The new update has eliminated the condition of pre-boarding COVID-19 test for passengers from Category A, which comprises 23 countries including China, Saudi Arabia, New Zealand and Australia. Passengers from other countries still have to provide negative PCR test at the time of boarding a Pakistan-bound flight. Imran Khan, the manager of the Jinnah International Airport, said that it had barred several passengers from entering the airport's premises without face masks. He added that the airport staff had been warned about the violations and they would be fined for violating the SOPs the next time. Rupees 1.06 unit hike in NEPRA's power tariff. It has been notified by the National Electric Power Regulatory Authority that Rupees 1.06 per unit hike in power tariff under the head Fuel Cost Adjustment for the months of October and November 2020. According to the notification, the FCA for October and November 2020 would be charged in the billing month of January 2021 to all consumer categories of power distributing companies (DISCOs), except lifeline consumers, as in those having consumption up to 50 units. This FCA will not be applicable to K electric consumers. NEPRA has approved an FCA of Rs 0.2925 per unit, impact of Rs 2.9 billion for the month of October 2020, and FCA of Rs 0.7696 per unit, impact of Rs 5.5 billion for the month of November 2020. Earlier, the Central Power Purchasing Agency had requested NEPRA to approve an FCA of Rs 0.5713 per unit for October 2020 and Rs 0.9583 per unit for the month of November 2020. A hearing for both FCAs was held in December 2020. The authority has to make adjustments in the approved tariff on account of any variations in the fuel charges on a monthly basis. Thank you for watching Consumer Pakistan News Channel. This is I, Ash Khan. See you in the next bulletin. Until then, take care and goodbye.